Welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 21 of Nourish. We're going to be in a low wave, twists and side body. Always when I do twists and side body, I get texts going yum, 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 yum. So that's my feeling today. Deep into the side body, deep into twists. Only 2 days, let's say 21, 20, only 2 more classes after this one left of Nourish, and then we move into pause. Nice. So come lie on the floor and we should begin. Come. So landing in, find the sense of this moment in your body. Unpack your shoulders like we did yesterday. Lift one elbow and place it down. Lift the other elbow, place it down, and then widen into your arms. Just lift your pelvis up and flatten and widen your pelvis into the floor. Connect your feet into the floor. Just check the direction of your chin. Is it pointing forward? Is it tucking in? And just see if you can really connect as much of you as possible to the floor. As much weight, volume, presence into the back of your body. Nice. So then keeping your knees center, just lift your right buttock off the floor and then drop it down. And then lift the left buttock off the floor. So it's like a left to right pelvic tilt. So I'm not letting my knees travel. I have to find the mobility in my pelvis to do this. It's like I'm going for a walk with my pelvis. Just notice for you what that does. Is it different left to right? Is it easier one side? Is there more sensation the other side? And so how do you slow this down and make it smooth and connected for the entire journey? So there's something about the placing or the connecting into the floor with the back of my body that creates this connectivity. Nice. So lift your right buttock and now drop the knees down towards the left. Come back up to center. Lift the left buttock, drop your knees down towards the right. Come back up to center. Lift the right buttock, drop your knees to the left. Come back up to center. Lift the right buttock and drop your knees down. So it's infolded into our twist that we do this movement, but usually it just happens. Whereas now we're creating the tilt and then dropping our knees. Lift your right buttock, drop your knees to the left. Lift your left buttock and drop your knees to the right. Nice, come back to center. So, last of these variations, without letting your pelvis tilt at all, drop your knees to the right as far as you can. But your pelvis is not moving on the floor. Come back up to center, drop your knees as far as you can to the right without letting your pelvis lift. So now you're into pure leg mobility rather than also spinal mobility. So just do that. Rock your knees from one side to the other, keeping your spine anchored on the floor, keeping your pelvis anchored on the floor. So I feel that in the deep groin of the leg that I'm traveling towards. The top leg could go further, but it just doesn't because there's bones in the way. Whereas the bottom leg, I feel like it's my tissues, it's my muscles that are stopping the movement. I just feel that. Nice, come back up to center. So bring your arms overhead and interlock your fingers. So your arms are resting on the floor. And then walk your torso so that your hands are over towards the left side of your mat and your head is a little bit off your mat on the left as well. And now slowly just rock your knees from side to side and notice what's happening now as you rock your knees from side to side. So when we're in a side bend, it's not as easy to twist. So our pelvis is actually staying anchored on the floor as we rock our knees from side to side. So try and twist. Try and get your knees down further and notice where it comes from. So try and bring your knees as far as you can to the floor, and there's an extra bit of something that has to happen. So when I'm side bending my torso over towards the left, and then I'm trying to twist my pelvis, there's just something that happens in my body. Nice. Come back to center. Lift your bum, lift your shoulders, shimmy a bit so you feel center. And then walk your arms and your torso over towards the right side. So my head is over just to the edge of my yoga mat. My arms are over towards the right. And I feel that there's a coordination. So my right side is shorter, my left side is longer. And just rock your knees as far as you can from one side to the other. And notice how it's a new order. There's a new organization. You have to kind of work out what's happening when you're doing this. So side bending and twisting together is really interesting. What happens in your body? Nice. Come back to center. Nice. Keep your arms overhead and then drop your knees all the way down towards the right and then draw your left knee up in the direction of your right shoulder. So come into gliders, but with your arms overhead. What changes when your arms are overhead in your gliders? For me, I feel the sides of my ribs more. There's more of a flare and therefore an engagement into the muscles of the sides of my ribs. My armpits are more engaged. There's something a little bit more on in my abdominal muscles with my arms overhead. So you're doing gliders with your arms overhead, resting on the floor. Nice. Come back to center and just pause. Let all that settle. Bit of movement exploration, bit of mobility, strengthening, connectivity. Nice. Super. So come all the way over into your cat position. So you're coming up into your cat position. And so if you imagine that we're in gliders right now, if you can imagine, and therefore your right knee is going to travel over and up towards the left elbow, and then down, and then your left knee is going to travel over and up towards the right elbow. So just let your opposite knee travel towards the forearm, the elbow, your wrist, whatever it is that you aim for. And let your knee travel. 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 Nice. Come back to center. This time your knee is going to travel between your two hands. So my left knee is going to travel forward between my two hands. Come sit into zigzag. So now two knees are bent, both knees are facing towards the left. I've taken my hands off the floor. I'm in zigzag. Super. Just pause there, sitting really tall. So this is the first time we've sat up in this class. So it's always that thing of each moment when we're in a new movement direction. It's very nice just connecting into, how do I sit tall here? How do I anchor into my pelvis? Nice. Both hands to the floor and come back onto your hands and knees. And then the other side. Bring your right knee, between your two hands and come into zigzag. And just pause. Lengthening, connecting, getting taller. Nice. So just travel from one zigzag to the other. Left knee forward, zigzag. And I'm leaning so that I'm really sitting tall. So I'm leaning a little bit more to the right when my left knee is forward. And then the other side. Right knee forward, zigzag. Nice. And come back to center. Super cool. Push back into your downward dog. And just find that sense of connectivity, elongation, arriving into your feet, mobility, connectivity. So how do you just feel your feet? Awaken your feet. Bending your knees, straightening your legs. Bending your knees, straightening your legs. Bending your knees, straightening your legs. So the next movement, you can either move back into a cat pose to do it, or stay in your downward dog and bring your right knee forward towards your left elbow. And then come back. And then left knee towards your right elbow. And come back. Just travel so that your opposite knee is traveling towards your opposite elbow. And remember, come down into a cat pose. Come down into a child's pose at any stage. One more time each side. Nice. Super cool. Bring your left knee forward between your two hands. Come rest into your zigzag. So your two knees are bent. Both feet are facing towards the right. Both knees are facing towards the left. From here, bring your left hand to the floor and then dive with your right hand as far to the left as you can. Bring your arm beside your face into elephant and then spiral and look up towards the ceiling with your right arm beside your ear and your chest is turned towards the ceiling. Bring your right hand down to the floor, nose down to your knee, and then spiral towards the ceiling with your chest. Down, spiral, down, spiral. Last one, down, pause there. How long can you reach into that right arm? So my right hand, baby toe, finger side is sliding along the floor like a catamaran. Catamaran? Catamaran, not a catamaran. It's like a combination of a lemon curd and a boat. Anyway, so reach your left hand forward, right hand forward more and more, and drop your nose down deeper and deeper. Nice. And now spiral. Turn towards the ceiling. Right arm is long. And then bend your right elbow so it squeezes down towards your right hip and reach the left hand up towards the ceiling and over towards the right. You can drop your right hand down as a support. So you can lean into your right hand if you wish and just get super long into that left side. And I'm really a straight, so I'm not spiraling into my left side. I'm staying really square. And I'm dropping deeper and deeper down into that left hip as I reach into the left arm. Nice. Come back to center. Both hands to the floor. And then push back into your downward dog. Have a bit of a wiggle. Bending one knee, bending the other, bending both. Lengthening both. Nice. Bring the right knee forward between your two hands and come into zigzag. So zigzag is always really, it's such a wonderful pose. It requires a certain amount of flexibility in your legs, a certain amount of ease and flexibility in your hips, motion in your torso. So already you're side bending here. So to stay upright, your left side has to shorten, right side is lengthening. So bring your right hand to the floor, glide your left hand as far as you can to the right. Bring your arm into elephant and then spiral towards the ceiling. Down, gliding, and spiral. How does your torso move? Down, spiral. See if you can continue to be connected, moving like honey. Next time you come down, pause. Left hand is gliding further and further away. Nice. Come into the spiral and then bend your left elbow. Draw your left elbow down towards your hip and reach the right arm up and over. Bring your left hand down to support you, either on the floor or holding onto your leg or pulling on your leg. See what you need. But the main thing is that your left knee is comfortable. Nice. Come all the way down. Stretch your legs out long in front of you. So bring your feet wide and then bend your right knee. So your right foot is up beside you with your knee bent and your foot flat on the floor. Lean over towards the left with your left hand and then reach your right hand down towards the left foot. And drop your forehead forward. Nice. Just feel that. So I'm really reaching with the deep of the right side of my back. I feel my ribs reaching forward. I feel my waist extending. I feel so my right bum is in the air, but I'm lengthening and dropping backwards into my bum and lengthening and deepening forward with my back. Nice. Pull your right elbow back, bring your right hand behind you, twist towards that right leg. And I'm really extending down into that left leg, and I was imagining I could lift it almost off the floor. I don't know if that's possible. A little bit. Get taller, and then dive towards the left foot with your right hand. Twist towards the right, pull deeply, and then dive towards the left. Twist towards the right, and then dive deeply. Nice. Stretch both legs long, bend the left knee. Foot is on the floor, knee is bent, and dive down with your left hand towards your right foot. Forehead is down, arms are reaching, and I really feel I'm dropping deeply into the left pelvis, and I'm growing my spine, my ribs, my waist out of that connectivity. Nice. Pull your left elbow back, twist towards the left. Hold on to your left knee with your right hand. And then dive with your left hand down to the right foot. Twist. Dive. Twist. Dive. And twist. Pause in the twist. And come back to center. Nice. So lean as far as you can towards the left side. And even try lift your right foot in the air so you can go further. And then lean as far as the right side. And even lift your left foot in the air so you can go further. But your left foot is a continuum of the reaching. So it's not lifting independently. It's that if I go further, I'll fall, so my right leg lifts. So even tap the floor and credit just lightly wherever you are, and that'll give you the push back to come back up. And you're really at the end of your range. That if you didn't push, you'd fall over. Feel that. Push, come back. Push, come back. Push, come back. So bend your two knees. Bring your knees into zigzag and then reach as far as you can with the left hand and let the right leg lift so it's floating. Now you're in the hover. Nice. Come back. Other side. Two knees to the right. Let your left leg hover. And maybe it's your opposite hand that you're reaching or same hand. Which way? Same hand. So yeah, same hand. So left hand goes left. Right hand goes right. Left hand goes left. Right hand goes right. And the top leg is floating as I do this. It's counterweighting. If we were to do motorbike, we would lean and stretch our leg long. So your arms stay forward in front of you and you lean and you're trying to straighten your leg out to the side as much as you can. The reason why it's called motorbike, people often ask, in those Formula One, I know motorbikes aren't Formula One, but whatever version motorbikes do, they go around the corners and they're like, and they're counterweighting their bodies against the twist or the curve of the corner. Nice. Go into a cross-legged position and just pause, bring your hands to your heart. Let that settle deeply. How does this land in you? Sorry. Twist gently towards the left. And twist gently towards the right. Nice. Come lie on the floor. All the way down. Draw your knees up onto your chest or stretch your legs long or do whatever version of just connection that you do. Pausing, landing, resting. Squeeze your knees in, compress into the back of your body. Twist. What do you do? You have skills. You've been here. Some of you have been here for 900 classes now, which is mind-blowing. And so all those classes, what has it informed you about this moment? How do you rest? How do you pause? Nice, guys. Very lovely to be here. I always feel better after moving. Moving is it's such a deep remedy, or it's my deep medicine. So I'll see you all tomorrow for the second last day of Nourish. And so what nourishes you? Movement nourishes me to the deep of me. It's my thing. So great. What's yours? I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.